So hi guys. So today I have a good friend of mine all the way from Richards Bay, Durban, and he's a software engineer. We're gonna be asking him a few questions. Seems he's been in the industry for some time now. So we're gonna ask him a few questions. So how are you, man?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. So first
Awesome.
question, tabs or spaces?
Tabs, man. Tabs all day. I really hate spaces. Yeah. I think they just waste of space.
Yeah,
What do you prefer?
I see what you did
What do you
there.
prefer?
Uh,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm also a tabs guy. But sometimes, spaces they do get into me. Sometimes where I'm just like, ish, let me just use a space here. So yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay.
Yeah. But
Okay.
if I'm really familiar with Python, so that's why I really prefer spaces.
Oh yeah.
Like I
Oh,
write a lot of code in Python, yeah.
okay. Okay. So man, the question that we all want to ask, man, how did you get into programming?
Oh man, I started coding at a very young age, back in grade eight. We used to have these software that allowed you to drag and drop stuff on the screen to create a website.
Yeah.
I started, yeah, I started using those kind of programs, just building simple websites, and I really felt in love with code and tech. So I decided to go just study software development. So that's how I got into programming.
Oh, okay. So what was your
Yeah.
what was your first programming language that you learned?
um, I went to DUT, Durban University of Technology.
Mhm.
So they when I went there, they were teaching Java and C Sharp. So we had one module was called development software. They were teaching the .NET framework, and another module was called technical programming one. They were teaching Java. So I started with both Java and C Sharp.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
fortunately.
Oh, so and then after some time, I hear you transitioned to Python.
Yeah, that was pretty much. I pretty much taught myself how to write code in Python because if you're really passionate about code, you learn new stuff. You look at what's trending. I was really into machine learning when I taught myself Python. So yeah, that's how I taught. That's how I got into Python, and I taught myself a lot of you know technologies that we weren't taught at school.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So now that you've studied all these languages, what's your favorite language?
JavaScript.
JavaScript.
Obviously, man, it has to be JavaScript.
Why
Cause
JavaScript?
with
Yeah.
oh man, bro, come on, man. You write your backend using JavaScript. You write your web applications using JavaScript as well as your cross-platform mobile apps with just only one programming language. Yeah, so I'd have to say JavaScript. What's your programming language? I'm assuming you're gonna say Swift.
No, Swift is just one language that I just wanted to learn for fun. The ruthless
Okay.
in me. Okay, but then my favorite
Yeah.
programming language, I would have to say it's Java, mainly because currently I'm still, I'm still, I've gotten into Java too much, but over time I'm actually gonna
Mm.
also transition into Python pretty soon. So yeah, Java for now. For now it's Java. Then over time it's gonna be Python. JavaScript, I never
Oh,
really
so
learned it, so which is why I'm not really. I learned just a little bit of it, but I'm just not a fan. No offense, but yeah, I
okay.
know JavaScript is a
Yeah.
great language, though. It's a great language. It's a great language. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is. So are you working or are you a student?
No, I'm currently a freshman. I'm a freshman. I just got
Oh.
into higher education, but I have been learning
Mm.
how to program for some time now. So yeah.
Oh, cool. So what are you studying? I'm sure people are curious because in South Africa, in order to become a software developer, there's not one course. You can do IT, you can do computer science, you can go for computer engineering. There's
That's
a lot of courses that you can take.
that's
So
true.
what are you studying?
Okay, I'm studying BCAD, which is Bachelor's in Computer Application Development. So
Okay.
then, as much as I'm studying that, I'm just studying on my
Mm-hmm.
own at the same time. Most of the time, I usually learn. No, I usually learn on my own. So, like for now, I'm
Oh, okay.
currently on my own. So I just
Cool.
do a few online courses. So yeah, that really helps a lot. So yeah, currently I'm doing BCAD,
All right.
and
All right. So I studied information technology
mhm.
at DUT. Yeah. So I've never actually shared this before. A lot of people think I studied computer science, but I actually studied IT.
So
Yeah.
the other question that I have is, do you think that or going to varsity is really necessary for you to actually, become a developer?
Mm. Nah, no, man. I think if you really want to code and you're really passionate, you can just learn these things online. There's a lot of resources online. You can go to Udemy, you can go to Treehouse, and you can download a couple of textbooks. You can also go to YouTube, and if you really invest your time in learning how to code, you can definitely become a great software engineer one day.
Mm-hmm.
You
That's
know.
true. That's true. That's true. So I'm not. Wait, quick question. Are you a junior developer right now where you working, or are you intermediate right now?
Okay. Uh, I I'm not a junior.
Mm-hmm.
But it depends where you work. These companies, they give you the titles. So the title that I got is software engineer.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but at my previous company, I was a junior full stack developer. So I would say that I'm a intermediate developer. I'd say that, but the title that I was given at work is software engineer, and I'm also working for a company in the United Kingdom, so they might not be using the same titles that we use here in South Africa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So can you just like quickly give us like a summary of how you actually got into working and how you started working?
Okay. So on my final year, I applied for an internship. I got in because of my resume. I had a couple of portfolios, a couple of apps on Google Play Store. I think I had one app and one web app live, so they liked my resume. They took me in. I worked for about 5 months, and then I was full stack developer position. I worked there for about I think 7 months also. Yeah, 7 months, not six, 7 months. And then I was approached by someone who works for the company that I'm currently working at. It's a company in the United Kingdom. They approached me on LinkedIn and told me that they saw my apps on Play Store. They saw my portfolio online, and they would like to offer me a position for software engineer. So that's how I got the position that I have right now. I didn't actually apply, so which is shows that having a portfolio is really important. So I didn't apply for the job that I currently have.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Seems like you were in mobile app development before
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. I think that creating mobile apps, like if you have a mobile app, you have greater markets. A lot of people are always on their mobile phones,
Mhm.
so it's better to create a mobile app rather than creating a web application. I'm not saying that building web applications is a bad thing. I'm just saying that uh, mobile apps have the ability to reach more people.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So, what was the mobile app actually about? What was it? What was the purpose?
There's a mobile app called Dust App. It shows you live alcohol prices of from different retail stores.
Ooh.
So yeah, actually it scrapes data off of each store's websites and then displays it on the mobile app. So instead of going to each website checking the prices, you just go to this one place, this mobile app, and you just select which store that, yeah, you select the store and then see the prices. And it also has the ability to create a sort of shopping list with a summary of the price that you have to pay when you actually want to go and purchase whatever is in the shopping list.
Oh wow. Oh wow. So I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
like so websites here now have APIs that allow you to actually, take that data. Wow.
No, I created no, no. There's no public API for that. So I had to write a scraper using Python and Beautiful Soup to scrape the data off of each store's website. So you know each store has a page where they display the prices,
Yeah, yeah.
the alcohol price. Yeah. So I wrote a small script that goes to each and every website's pages, and then scrape the data off, and then stores it into my
Oh,
database so that
that's great.
yeah,
That's a great app. I'm
yeah, it
curious how you
is.
came up with the idea. I'm curious. Like,
No, man, when you stay at race, the guys, they drink a lot. So I saw an opportunity. They're always writing the shopping list on a piece of paper, you know. So
yeah,
I just saw an opportunity and I created this mobile app for them,
like let's
and
make
it
it.
actually did
Right.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it actually did well.
How many downloads?
There's no. I stopped checking, but last time I checked, it was a couple of hundreds. But when I say it did well, I'm talking in terms of ad revenue. The
Oh, okay.
people that are actually using the app, they use it like regularly. So the ad revenue is
Oh, that's pretty great.
it's not that great, but it's good.
Oh, wow. 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 Was that your
Yeah.
first mobile app?
No, it was yeah, it was the first mobile app that I released to Google Play Store.
Wow. Wow. That's
Yeah.
great, dude. Yeah, that's great. You're pretty far. You're pretty far. You're pretty far. Okay. So, one question that I
Trying.
have, say you had the ability to restart this whole process, what would you do differently?
The process of becoming a software engineer.
Yeah, becoming a software developer and all of that. What would you do differently?
uh, I wouldn't go to university, honestly. I would, yeah, I'd start learning from, I'd say, at a maybe grade 10. I'd get a couple of textbooks and videos and Udemy, and then I wouldn't really waste time and go to university because I honestly think that going to university for me was a waste of time because 70% of the things that I know are self-taught.
Wow.
You know.
So university is a waste of time. Can you hear that, guys? It's a waste of time. Stop wasting your time. Bill Gates didn't go to university. He quit. He dropped.
But I'm not saying that you guys shouldn't go to university. Please go to university, get the degree. It's important. But for me, I personally think that for software engineers, going to college or university is a waste of time.
Okay, which brings me to my second question. Since we're saying that going to college is really a waste of time, right? It's sort of like a waste of time. Not really a waste of time, but like sort of.
Sort of, yeah.
I'm pretty sure you've noticed that when you really apply, when you go online onto websites like PNet or Careers24, right? The number one thing that they put there as a requirement is a bachelor's degree. How do you actually apply for that, knowing that you're self-taught and you don't have a degree?
Man, ever since I started working, there's not one company that has asked for my qualifications.
Mm-hmm.
So they just look at my CV and then they look at my portfolio and that's it. So I'm not sure whether I'm lucky or what, but I've never been asked for my diploma or my bachelor's degree before.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So, wow. So oh wait, I think maybe it's mainly because you already have experience. So when you're transitioning to one place, it's almost like, okay, you know what, let's just see his work experience.
Yeah. You know what? It depends where you're applying to. If you wanna work at a big company, like a company like MultiChoice or insurance companies, banks, I think they will want a diploma or bachelor's degree. But if you're gonna be working for a small company, maybe a startup, definitely they won't ask for your qualification, I'm sure.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Okay. So I know that so seeming you are pretty much in the field, right? So what advice
Yeah.
would you give to some junior developers who are suffering from imposter syndrome, who think that programming is not for them, they're starting off, it's too
Yeah.
hard, and all of that?
Yeah, for junior developers, when the company employs you, they're expecting you to be they, they're not expecting much from you. They know that you're still new in the field. You're gonna be learning. Actually, that's what senior developers and intermediate developers are for. They there for you. They there to teach you, and to sort of help you grow career wise. So junior developers, it is expected for them to ask for help.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I
so,
know when they started as a junior, I was afraid that I was gonna get fired here. I couldn't deliver on time. You know, I got stuck pretty much all the time, man. But they're really expecting that from junior developers. They know that these guys are new and they're still learning.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
So you just make sure that you ask for help
oh, okay.
from your seniors. Yeah.
Definitely. So okay, so hey, I'm pretty sure you've noticed that in some places almost everyone is telling people to learn to code. What do you think about that? Should everyone learn
Um,
to
I,
code
I
or
think
yeah?
yeah. I think that programming is a very valuable skill. So I think that it should be taught from a very early stages. I think that primary schools should have coding lessons.
Mhm.
That's my personal opinion, because with coding, yeah, with a programming skill, you can create a side business with it. There's freelancing. You can make passive income from it. I think everyone should learn how to code.
Okay, but don't you think teaching everyone to code will basically flood the software development space too much?
No. I think that coding, like the programming skill,
Yeah.
everyone should have that skill. I'm not saying that everyone should go into software engineering, that everyone should become a software engineer, but it's important to have that skill.
Oh, so basically, it's more like everyone should learn how to create, but just not everyone should come into the field. Just as a thought process that everyone should, because I know programming is mainly like problem solving. So you're basically saying
Yeah,
everyone should have the skill of problem solving and all of that. Okay, I get that.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, another question that I have: what do you think is the best first language to learn?
Python.
Python.
I think, yeah, because of the syntax. It's very easy, man. Anyone can just read Python code and tell you what exactly it's doing. It's very simple. I think Python is the best programming language
Mhm.
to learn how to code with. Yeah.
Surprisingly, I have a different thought of that. surprisingly, I think Java is the best first language to learn. For some
Why
reason.
is that?
I think the main reason it's mainly because um, as much as people say that Java is a bit more difficult to learn, mainly because
Mhm.
it requires more code to do all these things. It's slow
Yeah.
as much as it is fast, but it's faster than Python. But
Mm.
apparently it takes more time to create an application using Java. But the only
Yeah.
reason why I think Java is the best, it's mainly because it's easier for a person who learns Java to start learning Python. But it's more difficult for a person who's learning Python
Mm.
to transition into learning Java.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, that's true. If Java is the best programming language to start with, if you wanna teach object-oriented programming, also if you wanna introduce different data types, because with Python you don't get to define the data type of a variable that you're initializing. With
Yeah,
Java you have to say this is a string, this is an integer, this is a double. So yeah, I will agree with you there, because once one once you go to Python after learning Java, it'll be easier.
yeah. Because I
Yeah.
noticed the same thing when I changed from when I was learning Java, and then I was just like, okay, and what? Let me learn Swift. It was pretty easy for me to transition, but the only thing is just a little bit of syntax changing. Because I know
Yeah.
Swift and Python are pretty similar. Because you can just like how you said that with Python you can declare a variable but not declare the data type. You can declare
Yeah.
the data type later on in the program. Same thing applies with
Exactly.
Swift, but with Java you have to do
Yeah.
it like first, like start off like straight up. This is an
Yeah.
interpreter. Yeah, this is pretty.
Java is so professional.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. Okay. So if you were to give some advice to somebody who wants to start off programming, what best advice would you give them right now?
Firstly, man, you need to love numbers, love number patterns, because in programming there's a lot of patterns, So if you're someone that loves solving problems, you love numbers, you love math, you don't have to be good at math, but if you love solving problems, then I think you should definitely look into learning how to code. Um, yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to love to solve problems.
Yeah. Surprisingly, a lot of people think that there's too much math and soft in software
No,
and
no, actually, if you know how to add two numbers, divide two numbers, that's pretty much it, man.
yeah,
It's just addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. That's it.
yeah. And I always try to tell people that look, so the math depends as to where you want to start, where you actually try, which field you're trying to go into. So if you're trying to go into web development, the math there is pretty minimal. It's not as much math as
Yeah,
going
it
into
is.
data science. When you go into data science, then it gets pretty complex there. So I try to
It
tell people
does.
just it depends.
Yeah,
Depends.
yeah.
Statistics
It
and all
really
of that.
depends.
Yeah. Wise man, thank you for the video, bro. Thank you very much, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much for having me here. And I think, in South Africa, we should have more videos like this, like more tech channels, because, we don't have a lot of these here.
Yeah, man. I know it's
Kind
I
of
actually
shy.
know. Okay, this is Feature Crichton. Be sure to like the video, comments down below. Apparently it helps with the algorithm. So like the video, and the most important thing, go follow Sivu's channel. The link will be down below. So do that, and we will see you guys next time. And I have something pretty cool coming up for you guys.